Hello all YouTubers, I'm the Weather Dude. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning back into this snowstorm coverage for October 15th, 2020. If you'd like staying up to date with the latest weather forecasts and updates, then please consider hitting the subscribe button below. Let's see how fast we can get to 2,000 subscribers. Also, to help this video's performance very much, please consider clicking the like button and sharing this video with your friends. Also, please consider watching the whole video. Thank you. Now let's get on with today's video. And again, thank you to my good friend Jones RMJ for helping me make that intro. His channel link will be down there in the pinned comments, so consider subscribing to him as well. And as for our like goal for today's video, let's try to get this to 25 likes, so please consider dropping a like on this video if you enjoyed. Alright, so we have a snowstorm on our hands potentially, and we're going to be talking about it today. I did talk about it, another video a couple of days ago, I believe it was like 3 days ago, and we do have some updates on it now, and we will be focusing not just on one, but a couple waves of storms that could dump out of quite a few inches of snow in some spots. Alright, without further ado, let's get into it. Now, you guys might be thinking it's October, this is so abnormal. Really, it's actually not. Alright, and it definitely, yes, it's definitely way colder than it should be. But October, if you look at the first snow map from the Weather Channel, actually in the northern plains, most areas actually start to see their first snow in October, their first measurable snow. So it may be right on time. Now for areas farther south, I think like Nebraska and Iowa, and maybe even northern Illinois, this may be a bit, abnormal for you, but for North Dakota, Minnesota, really isn't anything new. Now, as for our Climate Prediction Center, this is from October 21st to the 25th. As you can see, we have 70, 80+% chance to see below average temperatures, and we have 60+% chance to see above average precip. So 60+% chance of that, cold and above average precip, that pretty much makes snow. All right, and even for the 23rd to the 29th, same thing. Look at all the colder in the northern plains, which is where we're going to be focusing on today, and still some above average to slightly above average precipitation. All right, so you see the pattern here of how we can see as waves of storms to come through. All right, before we get into the modeling, we're going to take a look at the Arctic and North Atlantic oscillation. Now, you may see a rebound because usually conditions like when we're seeing that negative AO and NAO like we're going to be seeing, that usually results in the colder getting into the east and even parts of the Midwest, which is what we're seeing right now. But these ensemble models actually predict that AO could actually skyrocket back up, and that would turn conditions in the east a bit warmer. So we'll see. Same thing with the NAO. I think the AO and NAO are pretty similar in some ways. Because you can see, look at the black line in the past, it really doesn't look all that different. All right, also the forecast doesn't look different either. We're in a negative NAO, and the models are saying it could go back up. But for the short term, when these storms are coming through, we're going to be in a negative AO and NAO, which stands for Arctic Oscillation and North Atlantic Oscillation. So let's get into the models now. We're going to be taking a look at three. Of course, the three that I use: GFS, GEM, and the European. Now, I was going to use the NAM because, I always had to have multiple viewpoints, not just the same viewpoints. I was going to use NAM, but I want to wait. I think I want to wait until we get a bit closer because NAM, like the 3-cam model, only goes out 60 hours, and the 12-cam goes out 84. So I want to wait another day or two so the NAM model can have its turn because it doesn't quite go out far enough yet. So GFS, temperature anomalies. As you can see, it gets pretty cold. I mean, really, for the northern plains, it's like 8 to 16 degrees plus below average Celsius. So it's probably like 12, 24 plus Fahrenheit. Like, look at this. Look, this is the real cold shot. This is like the big storm that comes through, and you'll see it when I show you the modeling. And that really sends a cold air. This is probably after most of the snow. All right, and you can see there's our warm sector right here in front of it. All right, so it's a very powerful front. I mean, if you can't see that, I mean, it's like right there. All right, now watch as the front moves through. The cold air really comes in. I mean, we're talking like 20 degrees Celsius below average. It's like almost like 35, 40 Fahrenheit below average. All right, so it gets very, very cold. Look at this. Look at this. This is 2 p.m. on the 19th. All right, when it gets this cold, you're going to be talking about temperatures in the 30s and 40s. During the afternoon, like your maximum temperature. All right, so we'll be showing you that further as well. But let's get into the precipitation, shall we? All right, where is that snow going to line up potentially? So here's a GFS. We do have a low that's actually exiting. It's well into Canada, but we are seeing a mix of rain and snow showers behind the storm system, so some very spotty snow showers. Most of you probably won't really get too much out of just that in general. All right, and that's pretty much going to last you Friday, maybe Saturday, a very spotty snow shower. Obviously, you have a better chance of the snow falling at night because it's a bit cooler. Then we get into 2. Now, keep in mind, this is 2 p.m., which is basically pretty much, especially in the time frame that we're in right now, probably the warmest time of the day. In the summertime, it's like 4 or 5, but I think since the sun's going down earlier, I think 2 p.m. Eastern time or 3 p.m. Eastern time is like the warmest time of day. As you can see, eastern North Dakota, northern Wisconsin, northern Minnesota, right on the north side of where that low tracks. So if this low goes a little bit farther north, then the snow will get moved a bit farther north, and so will the rain. If the low goes south, the snow drops down here. So it all depends on the track of the low, just like with a nor'easter, for example. All right? This is Saturday afternoon. And this Saturday evening, the low, I think, shifts a bit far to the north. So it does allow some colder to come on the back side, so northern Minnesota. Again, this is really exciting, Big fan of winter. All right, but it's not a huge snowstorm. On the northern side of it, then once it moves north, I think it moves to more back end snow, and like wherever the low tracks, you'll probably just see rain. But on that western side, you might see snow. All right. Then, however, that big front I was talking about, right? Let's go back here. Let's go back to hour 60, like I was showing you. You see this big front I was showing you? Let's time it out yet again. There you go. This is what's developing right there. That's what's developing along that front. Snow. All right, so this is 2 a.m. on Sunday the 18th. Again, there's that other low. And then we got some snow developing into Wyoming, southwestern South Dakota, Nebraska. But look as we head into 8 a.m. Sunday morning. Now, guys, this is perfect timing because between 6, well, I'd say 5 to 7, but this is like 8 a.m. This is like I would say the second coldest part of the day usually. All right, and we got snow in eastern Nebraska, all of Iowa, all of central and southern Iowa, not just northern Iowa, and southern Wisconsin. And especially this in eastern Nebraska through central Iowa, there's that little stripe in the middle there, some heavier snowfall, some more moderate snowfall rates. All right, then once again in the afternoon, I feel like some of the snow might wear off according to the GFS, but northern Illinois still some patchy areas of snow. Chicago with the warmer lakes this time of year, like Chicago's like right there, so I think like your western suburbs, because I think the lakes gives you a little bit warmer influence. That's just my opinion. Then it kind of, once it gets into the eastern U.S., of course, the eastern U.S. can't get snow, right? Of course. Don't worry, your time will come. Then we got another developing. Now, this doesn't look like a storm too much yet. All right, this is 2 p.m. on Monday. Again, these are these snowstorms that we have to watch. Then you might be thinking, snowstorm might mean to you guys 1-2 feet of snow. But you always have to look at the location because this is October. So just to see any snow develop this far south, I think can just almost identify it as a snowstorm. Especially since, it's not just a few snow showers either. It's like moderate snow that's moving this far south. All right, I'm probably not going to go out much farther from here. All right, maybe out to like a week out because that's where I have my snowfall map set up. Some moves through Minnesota, Wisconsin. So all these systems that come through, there you go. So we're going to stop there a week out after that other low leaves. But let's take a look at those temperatures because if you looked at hour 96, do you guys remember hour 96 here? Look at all these pinks that you see across the map. So how cold is it going to be exactly? Well, all right, let's take a look. Yeah. Just like I told you guys, right? Look at these temperatures. Again, keep in mind, this is like the part of the warmest time of the day, quote unquote, 2 p.m. in the afternoon. Look at this. Iowa, we're sitting near 32, 33 degrees in Iowa, 34 in Nebraska. But look, you go even as far south as southern Missouri, we're in the mid to upper 30s and the warmest, quote unquote, warmest part of the day. Then you got North Dakota that's sitting in the low to mid 20s, okay? That's just woof. All right, so this is the kind of cold and we're going to be seeing this potentially through the rest of the fall. All right, and the coldest part of the morning, forget it. All right, temperatures are going to be getting well down into the 20s. And feels like temperatures will probably be in the teens. All right, so it's total snowfall to GFS through the next, we're going to go out a week. Through the next week, North Dakota, according to this, 6 to 12 inches for you guys. 4 to 6 maybe for northern Minnesota, but still 2 to 4 inches pretty far south through Nebraska, through Iowa, through Chicago, through northern Indiana. With all these rounds of systems that come through, still maybe 2 to 4, I'd even say 3 to 5 in some locations. All right, gem model time. Temperatures, I really want to focus on GFS because the gem model doesn't show anything too different. Again, there's that front and those really cold temperatures. All right, so we'll go to hour 78 on the temperature graph actually right now because I'm curious to see what those temperatures are. Because if you see this many pinks, it means that, oh my goodness. Again, quote-unquote warmest part of the day, 2 p.m., North Dakota and South Dakota and Nebraska are all in the 20s, especially in the northern parts of those states. All right, but look at this, the powerful front we have. All right, take a look. This is the extreme northern Oklahoma. You see that down there? It says 80 degrees. You go maybe 10, 15, 20 miles north into Kansas, it's 45. Yeah, all right. And that's the most significant difference. Like, I mean, we got like 63 here, but then look behind it in Iowa, it's 34. So it's a big difference. And even like as your front passes through, right away, I'd say you drop probably about 10 to 15 plus degrees as soon as the front makes its way through. And the temperatures will probably drop even more once the front passes further. So that's just an idea of how cold it's going to get. But I know what you guys are here for. You're here for the snow. I know you guys want to know about the snow. So here's a gem model's view of the snowfall. All right, again, Friday, maybe even into Saturday if we're lucky. We're going to get some spotty snow showers behind the main low. All right, that shouldn't last too long. That pulls out. And then this is like kind of the quote-unquote first system. Now, the gem model's always made this first system, comparing to the GFS, a bit stronger. But the snow this time is a bit farther north. But we're seeing some more moderate snow through northern North Dakota, northern Nebraska, or Minnesota, and northern Wisconsin. But you can already see something behind it, right? Yeah, I do too. Look at this. So some develops on the tail end of that low, front develops. Wisconsin through northern Iowa, we're going to see the heaviest of snow, looks like. This is as of 8 a.m. on Sunday, on the 18th. All right, then the snow makes its way through, but the gem has it turning to rain pretty quickly. All right, although 2 p.m. we can see some snow still for central western Iowa, through Nebraska, through Wisconsin, but it's a lot later. And then by 8 p.m., it's all over to snow again. But, something tries to catch up. Another piece of light to especially moderate snow develops through Nebraska, through South Dakota here. And then it drops south and kind of hooks up with the back end of that system. You can see some snow in Green Bay on the back side of a stronger low pressure system. All right, so again, we're going to go out a max of 168 hours. All right, and I think that's it. Although something else is coming in, but we're gonna wait a week out because again, that's how I have the snowfall map set. So, all right, so through 168 hours, wow. Now, it doesn't look different than the GFS model. Oh, it does, but I think the 6 to 10, instead of having it in North Dakota, they have it down in South Dakota and Wyoming, the 6 to 12 region. Still, though, we're talking about like 4 to 7 inches of snow through northern North Dakota, northern central Minnesota, as well as northern Wisconsin, and even 3 to 6 inches as far south as central Nebraska and northern Iowa. So still a lot of snow, and even south central Iowa could pick up a few inches as well. So this is very significant. Remember, all you need to quote-unquote first snow is 1 inch. Actually, no, I take that back, 0.1 inches. I keep getting confused. White Christmas is 1 inch of snow. First measurable snow is 0.1 inches. I keep getting those mixed up. Yeah, so 0.1 inches of snow is all you need, okay, for first snow. And Marquette could even pick up a foot according to the GM model. Last model here. I'm going to go through the same maps, just on a different model on a different website. This is the European model. All right. Again, temperature anomalies, 10, 15, as much as 20 below average. And then once that front comes through, up in Canada, 33 below average. Wow. And that's not negative 33 Fahrenheit. That's 33 below average. All right. Don't get too scared. But still, I mean, you guys hope you have the winter gear ready because it could get as much as 25 below average in North Dakota there. And we got to look at the precip map. Now, at 2 p.m. today, they actually did have some spotty areas of mixed precip and snow mixed with rain, just kind of scattered about there. Just pretty interesting. All right, but we're not focusing on that. We're talking about a potential snowstorm, right? That doesn't qualify as a snowstorm. What does qualify as a snowstorm is this right here. There's your low, and well to the north. All right, because the low is like on the South Dakota-Nebraska border, and the snow is up in northern North Dakota, central Minnesota, and Wisconsin. Still heavy, pretty heavy area of snow, which is why I like the pivotal weather because it points out that moderate snow a lot better. You can see some moderate snow in North Dakota and Wisconsin, and then we get that tail piece to maybe develop, but the European, ooh, a little bit different. All right, but still, European does have a lot of heavy snow for Montana and Wyoming, and even through South Dakota and Nebraska, but they don't have that tail end piece developing like the GEM or the GFS did. But guess what else they show? Another snow system, I'll just call it storm system. Here's in Wyoming. We got North Dakota, Nebraska yet again, or Minnesota yet again. All right, it's about 5 days out or so. Then it kind of turns into like a whole mixed bag precip kind of event, which I'm going to be honest with you guys, in terms of like traveling and how dangerous it is, it's better to have snow or rain than it is to have mixed precip, because mixed precip is the worst. Not sleet, because sleet is pretty much kind of like similar to snow in terms of like the temperature scale, but freezing rain is the worst. That's where your ice comes in. All right, we're actually gonna take a peek at the freezing rain totals. Although I don't see any freezing rain, I do see sleet and mix. I don't see any freezing rain, but we will check on the freezing rain totals because Chocolate Tibbets doesn't have that. But look at this, right at hour 168, where I'm going to stop here. If you guys want to find out more about the snowstorm, ring the bell notifications and stay tuned for future ones. But there's the low on the North Dakota-Canada border, and when you see that magenta, guys, that is basically like, I don't want to say catastrophic, but super heavy snowfall. Like we're talking about 2 inches plus per hour, like even a couple or a few inches at times per hour when you see that magenta. So if you see that magenta, that's like whiteout conditions pretty much, as long as you got the winds too. All right, I'll go 6 more hours out just for you guys, but I'll stop here. Right as it's moving through northern Minnesota. All right, so let's check in on those snowfall totals. But before we do, how cold will it get? How cold will it get? Well, it will be in the teens. I think for some parts in northern North Dakota, we could get some teens. Canada, it's single digits, close to 0. Not too far away there in Canada. I don't think we're going to see any single digits in the U.S. I think we can see some teens. Like definitely. Oh, I take that back. 7 degrees in northern North Dakota when you guys are waking up on Wednesday. That is crazy. Like 10, 11. I did see 7. There it is right there. 7 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow. All right, and this is only October. I could just imagine if this was like the same setup, but in January, February, like this would be like an ice age. All right, and look at this. We actually hit 3 degrees. I'm trying to see if we hit. I don't think we're gonna hit 0. All right, but I'm going out too far at that point. But snowfall totals through the next week could be pretty hefty. We're talking about close to 10 to 12 inches in the Arrowhead in Minnesota, where where Duluth is, but a huge stripe of 6 to probably like 6 to 9 inches of snow, 6 to 10 inches, northern Montana through central North Dakota and through northern Minnesota. Huge swath of 6 to 10 inches. So get ready, guys. It's snow season is already here. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Stay awesome, guys. I am the Weather Dude, signing off. Till next time, I will catch you guys in the next video.